Act 8. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we're actually going to do is go back and do the Trial of Ascendancy. So we can click on this little thing that has a little green icon. And we are going to ascend one more time. Remember, you want some good physical damage reduction. And you'll see that, like, remember we had like a huge amount of physical damage reduction, but as we level up, it's going to scale that damage reduction to that level. So we're going to do the Cruel Amethyst. This is recommended about level 55-ish to do. And we are 58, so it should be pretty easy to go ahead and complete. Once again, physical damage reduction, so you can grab the Granite Flask if you want. It'll help out. This lab's going to be a little bit longer, and obviously it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but we should be okay. Because we're playing minions. Minions always are super good. Even if I don't play minion builds, I actually do like bringing in summon skeletons. And the reason why, again, is Zaro likes to sometimes jump on you in one shot. And if you one shot a skeleton, it doesn't matter. They can be level 1 skeletons. You know? Let's see if we maybe go up into the right. I didn't actually check. Usually I just rush these things so fast that I don't really pay attention to the map thing on the very first one. Probably shouldn't summon any extra monsters because it's basically just if you get frozen. It's the thing that will definitely get you killed.
When I'm ready, I'm not.
Okay, keep on going. Oh, we like one shot of that yellow pack over there. Alright, we got the Aspirant's Trial. Perfect. And always grab the crafting recipes. That will be useful like later. Like double resistance is pretty decent. Okay, so at the very beginning, summon a bunch of summoned skeletons. Just so there's more things to hit, but we should be a-okay with him. He's not gonna... It's just the first time we did it because we didn't have enough resistances. It was kind of scary. But we would do so much damage, it doesn't really matter. You can also hit these conduit. It grants him extra stuff while it's active. You click on it or destroy it. There's also other little monsters that can come out, but for the most part, since we're playing minions, it doesn't really matter. You just take them all down at once. Okay, so we're gonna click on this one for the second one. The second one I'll click on because it can be a little bit more confusing. So we'll open up this. Ooh, there's some traps over there, and see how we got past all that. We got hit by that. That's a lot of damage. We're also bleeding. That's why I like the thing where it's like you get extra heals while moving. So even though you don't want to move while you're bleeding, if you just like do it, it like helps out. If that makes any sense, it softens the blow. If that makes sense. Because no one's going to be able to humanly react to it unless you throw in like some macro script. It's like, oh, you're bleeding? Okay, character automatically stop moving. But then if you stop moving, you can also get hit by something else. You can get immune to bleed, but it's kind of unrealistic for everyone to get that. And I don't get immune to bleed. I get immune to corrupted blood because it's really easy to get that. You just get a jewel. We actually should buy one of those, and I'll show you guys what to look for. Basically, you just want plus life as a flat number versus life percent. Life percent jewels with corrupted blood immunity are insanely expensive. But a corrupted, like Abyss jewel with it, you can get it for like usually about 1 chaos. We'll see how expensive they are. And you can get like even bonus to get minion damage on it too. And if you get something really lucky, like I got last league for like next to nothing in price. Oh, this one's really deadly. Because it's got like these coming out. Alright, yeah. And it's got those. Oh, I got hit by it again. But it's fine. We'll just go fill up the flasks. Oh, all of our zombies are dead. What the heck? Alright, so let's go summon them all back. Okay. We're good now. Okay. Let's see where we're at right now. So it put us over here. We were right here. I mean, I would rather just go to the next zone, so that's just going to be to the right. Oh, there it is. We got another Aspirant's Trial. I'm going to make sure we get our flasks up. You notice I don't have the Granite Flask, but it's fine on this one. I don't think we'll get one-shotted, but yeah, you never know. With the Zaro. Even though, like I said, I make it look easy to do this, he can be kind of tough. Just because he'll just jump. Like right there is where he jumped. Destroy that little statue there. Oh, okay. He was about to do something, but we stopped him because our damage is just really high. Big absolution damage coming up soon. I need to also make sure we have enough strength to get the next few levels because it's going to get another +2 levels. I'm not going to bother opening up that. Again, any freeze equals potential for death, which we don't want. So there's a silver key that we can get, and that can open up the silver door, and then we get some more rewards. But I don't really care about the rewards other than I want to ascend, and that should be the most important thing as well. Because right now, like, yeah, you can get some extra small items, but the big items that you're going to be getting are usually going to be towards the end game. Be careful with those porcupines when you kill them, because when they pop, they will kill you. So they have like an on-death explosion, and it's very, very easy to die to them. To get around that, oh, we're getting some like lag right here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. You can actually, if you shatter them, which is like when you freeze them, that can be something, but like, or destroyed on kill, I believe is the term on a modifier that can like, that does what you want it to do. Alright, is this the, okay, we're still not on the final one, okay. So not that path, maybe it's to the left, and we should be at the final. But yeah, be careful with those porcupines. There used to be a guy that has reflect. I don't remember if it's on the 3rd or 4th one, but it's fine. I believe it's reflect physical as well, and we hit for it. So you see, this is a lot more difficult. We have lava on all these sides. We have these spinning, like these will do damage. It gets more and more insane as you play. There's that big slam. I'm just gonna be a little bit more cautious here. There we go, and he's dead. Again, if you die on these, it's fine. I mean, it took us, what, 7 minutes to do it? It's okay. So now we have the ability to get regenerate 1% life per second if we were hit recently. That's actually not bad. I'm gonna throw on these Gnomic Storms. Now, just a heads up, some items will be worth less if you throw this enchantment on them. The reason why they are gonna be worth less is actually because the people would have to be like a certain level to use them versus like whatever they previously had. One of these has like a gem requirement that now I meet because it gives us the extra dexterity. What requires dexterity actually? Oh, it's actually skitterbots. So yeah, dex will be a stat that is kind of annoying to get, but we'll fix it later. Now we have 2 keys. We're gonna open up these. It doesn't really matter which one you open up. This one was actually worth it because I got a chaos orb in it. The rest, not so good. Try Altar of Ascendancy. Bam! Now we're gonna end this one. You always get this one first. No matter what, it's always this one. The next 2, it's up to you if you want to get this or if you want to get this. I always go Commander of Darkness after getting this. Like, it doesn't... Every single person and their mother, their grandmother, they're all getting a natural strength. Is the best one. There's like no competition. Bone Barrier I think is kind of worthless because it's a... If it didn't count as a guard skill, I would actually like it. But it just has like a big amount of absorption that you can absorb damage. But later we're going to have something that like automatically activates. It's like much more efficient, I feel like, because that's also a waste of an Ascendancy when we can just have 30% increased elemental resistance and also extra damage. Like, I'm going to get this next and then I get this one last because we don't even really get really good value in like the block department because we have nothing invested into block right now. Because block, you need like we want to get like Ruby's Concoction and other things like that. Anyways, so now that we're like kind of in Act 8, since we went back and did the trial there, we're actually starting in this act now. Oh yeah, we turned off Skitterbots because we had 2Jin. That's guy I like. This is the money. This guy I will stop for no matter what. I'll show you guys why. Oh my gosh, we need that chaos res. Okay, so let's look for increased artifact drops from monsters. Okay, that's good because we don't do physical damage anyways. Increased rarity. I want to do all. How many? We got 4 of these placements for totems. A rare weapon I don't care about. Ooh, all of them can freeze. This one's pretty deadly, but I think we can get most of these. Oh, artifacts and chests. You know, this one's gonna be better to grab first. I want to grab both of these, and then we can grab that one. There we go. Because either way, yeah. As long as we can get this one at the very end. Okay. And the order does matter, by the way, in these. And I'm gonna juice this up even harder. This could be suicide, but like I really want the chance to show you guys like a good. Oh my gosh, jeez, the damage is real. Holy. Take it slow, we can hopefully get him down. Gosh, that thing is so annoying, that Storm Herald thing.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Do we still have Spectre? Alright, let's go Spectre some of these guys back. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got. Did we get any... We didn't get any, like... Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go haggle for items. He's so much fun to play around with, too. Okay, so let me go remove my face out of the way. So here's what we can do with Tujin. You can see that he wants 44 of these. I only have 16. I can offer him, like, 10. He's probably gonna get mad and say no. We're gonna try it anyways, because... So if he doesn't want it, we can't... We could try again, but we can only offer them the same price, and he's just going to get mad. So how this mechanic works is you offer him something, and he either accepts it or, like, since we've only done one, we don't really have that much stuff to play around with, but we can also re-roll everything that he has. Right now, we don't really have anything to realistically get anything with. Like, he wants 52 of these. We have 16. We can offer him, like, 10, and if he gets mad enough... I'll offer him, like, let's say 13. So if he doesn't like your offer, he'll just remove the item and you can't gamble with him anymore. I like him, though, because he has a lot of stuff that's actually good. Like, this 2 Chaos Orbs, that's great. Regrets, that's great. We can get these, actually, early on. This would be great. Sometimes you can get lucky, and he will just sell you stuff really cheap. But for the most part, right now, we don't have enough to interact with him anymore. But this is why I get so excited about Tujin, and I always will do him, because it's like money. Ooh, damn. Oh, that chaos damage. What's your chaos res? Negative 22. Okay. It's normal to have negative chaos resistance, though, at this point, so... It just kind of hits hard. But eventually, we're going to have max to all the resistances, including chaos resistance. It's not that difficult to get. Usually, we get it on, like, boots. Gloves are optional. Alright, let's go. So now, go to the Dodri Cesspool. Fighting a boss pretty soon. I'm loving this damage, though. Now, we're about to hit 60, and we're about to hit 59 more so. Let's activate this, see if we can get some extra... Ooh, here we go. It's going to make this thing real hard. Armor's reward, though. Armor's not that exciting. Let's grab this. Oh, that could be actually pretty decent. Let's see what it is when we get to a safe spot. Very nice. 2 stone rings. Still worth picking up because the item level of them changes. Now the implicit, which is like the fire cold or fire lightning, cold lightning, whatever resistances, those will generally be the same, like as in they only can roll up to a certain value. However, certain modifiers on an item don't really roll until a certain level anyways. hard. And we killed it within one rotation. But if there's too much stuff on the ground that's doing damage, you can hit this valve. It'll clear it, but then she'll come back down in a couple more seconds. But that's Doedry. She's pretty easy though. So we can actually go left or right. It doesn't really matter which path you take. They're pretty much identical. It's just one is a blue area, one's a red area. That's really what it comes down to. So we have a couple things that we need to do in... where's my notes here? So we're in Act 8. Alright, so we have... Yeah, what the heck was the notes? Alright, so the things that we need to do in Act 8 is the bathhouse. Okay, so the bathhouse, and then I have all the rest of the quests written right here. Okay. So it's Love is Dead, the reflection... Oh, Love is Dead is a... This is one of the quests that it takes forever to do. Okay. Oh yeah, so let's go put in the skill point. We're looking at more life, I think, right now. So let's see what other life nodes we can grab. So we're pretty okay on mana, I would say. I'm pretty satisfied on the mana. But yeah, we can go down here and grab the life. That's probably where I want to go. There's also life nodes here, but usually you don't go on that side of the tree. So we can actually get more damage if we want. I'm just in the mood for more survivability. I think that that's the way to go. So we can actually grab these life nodes here as well, because we're going to go path down. We'll grab all of these, and then we can also grab... There's some life nodes here as well. But there's also, if I put 1, 2, 3, 4, there is... Oh wait, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there's also a jewel socket that we can grab, which is also quite nice to grab as well. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to grab these, and then I can respec out of the like reduced mana cost ones there, and then I'll have 2 extra skill points, and we'll be a-okay. But let's continue. So once we get 60, that'll be another like breakthrough in getting extra absolution damage. There's another one of those abysses. I wouldn't say that they're like really worth doing. Monsters are pretty tanky too in there. But if it's kind of like on the way, like we're 59 and this is a 56 area, so I'm just gonna skip out on it. It's totally fine. I'll kill some of the monsters on the way, but I'm not gonna stay to kill everything.
When I'm ready.
Just throw down a couple like absolutions, move forward. That's how we're playing it. So from the Grand Promenade, we're just going to keep on moving up. We're looking for the bathhouse. Later down the line. Yeah, so there's the bathhouse. And there is also a... Yeah, bathhouse has 2 different like things. So there's going to be like 2 different branches from the bathhouse that we can go towards. But if you take the other route, it doesn't really matter. You're basically doing the same thing, but just in a different order. We're going to go to the Sun and Moon Temple. Basically, we're going to use 2 giant Hatchimals or Kinder Surprises. We got to combine them. This is a really long path, though. It's really long. Alright, there we go. Finally made it. The bathhouse. So there's a couple things that we can do in the bathhouse. There's a Trial of Ascendancy, which, of course, we're going to be doing. So even though we just ascended, there are still 2 more Ascendancies. The next one's pretty good. The last one is... Well, they're all, like, good to get. There's an item we can get. There's an essence here. Yeah. If it was fear, I'd think about it, but... There's a guy over here that we can kill. It's not, like, really required, but it's, like, right there, and you can give it to Hargan. I'll give you a little reward for it. It's not a super important reward, though. Another essence. Nice. But I'm pretty much over essences. Some people like to essence craft. I like to essence craft, but I need a very specific one. I only really craft essences of fear, like using those. So this is the High Gardens. We will actually need to go there, but I want to get the waypoint Actually, did we get the waypoint here? I think we did. It's at the beginning, right? You can also use the arrow keys on your keyboard to move the map. But I very rarely use that thing. Okay, so we got the waypoint, which is all that matters. We're going to go to High Gardens. We're going to kill a boss. The boss will then give us a skill point. This boss is called Reflection of Terror. Like 20 minutes in this one. Oh, that's right. We did the thing. Oh, the porcupine popped us. And you can see how deadly that thing is. That's a very unfortunate death. Alright, so we're getting a 6-socketed item. Pick up all the 6-socket items. We're going to get Jeweler's Orbs for those. But yeah, those porcupines, that's what I was talking about before. They hit so hard. Jeez. And especially if you like kill a bunch at once, it's just... it can get nasty. Our minions are down to them. Our minions should be relatively tanky now, too. Jeez, these porcupines are nasty. So with the High Gardens, all we're really doing is going like down to the right, and eventually there will be the boss. I'm not now. I got scared of the porcupines. I'm like actually respecting them now. Before I'm just like, well, whatever, just W key it through everything. But that's like our first, like I would say, actual death. Because the other one we kind of just tried for it. But that time was totally fine. Sometimes it's luck in the draw with those things. Here's the boss. It's Yugioh. So this boss you can't like one phase. He's got lots of different things he likes to do. He's got a bunch of pets. Like hides and he lets his pets fight for a little bit. Kind of a cool looking boss though. I'll go back in, do the same thing again. But he's pretty easy. I wouldn't say he's like difficult at all. The porcupines are harder. I think this slows you down too, yeah. It applies a chilled effect, it makes you go slower. Drop something, no, a plague mask. Oh, is that? No, I thought it was a Leer cast. That would have been actually good. This thing, Curtain Call, it is currently worth 1 Orb of Alchemy, so pretty much not worth anything. This, though, let's check out if this is worth anything. Global Accuracy Rating, that's probably a stat that we don't really need. But the 100 life, it's actually not bad. We can maybe sell it for like 1 chaos, but like stats on it. I mean, it's 100 life, 72 energy shield. That's actually pretty nice. But what I would actually rather do with it is I'd rather scour. Well, 100 life is actually really good. That's the only reason why I would actually want it. The accuracy rating and the other stats are like bad stats on it though. Like usually for us, we don't value those stats. Okay. Now that we're done with that, I know I had another portal there. I was just too lazy. But I'm gonna go actually back to the bathhouse. We're gonna solve the trial of ascendancy in the bathhouse. Actually, we could talk to the NPC since we're already like right at the waypoint. And we can clean up the inventory. So we're gonna go sell. Get rid of those.
That would just make life complicated.
Remember, humanity needs us.
Armoa.
Be well.
Hargan. So here, let's choose one of these rings. These rings could be actually pretty good. If I remember correct,
so it was that bloody scholar after all, was it?
Oh, and we got that as reward. Okay. So he can give you the chance to suppress spell damage, which is like, okay. If you want any of these are okay. But Conqueror's efficiency, like the replica one is good. And it has increased mana reservation efficiency. We can get this. It's not like that bad for 2 skill points. If we still have mana problems, but we don't have mana problems. Let's go grab this anyways, though. Sometimes, actually I should have checked. Sometimes some of these can be worth like 1 chaos really early on because people like really want them for like a very specific build. And they just like want it. But as far as this goes, let's pick up the, what do we have a lot of resistance of? Fire, so just non-fire. Okay, that's this one.
Good luck to you.
Let's see if we get like a massive amount of life. 31 to life is really low. Like both of ours have like, it's a 70, yeah.
You're right.
The rest are just not really worth it. This one we can throw the essence on. Let's see. Regen life, cold damage, both are pretty meh. Nothing good. Junk it.
Good luck to you.
I mean, if we can sell this for 1 chaos, sure. I don't really have a huge requirement for like getting 100 life right now. I mean, it's not bad though. Oof, look at that. But that's a 2666. It's there for the mean. Plus, this also grants us movement speed. So let's just go a little bit faster. So we're gonna use it for that reason. And if it sells for like 1C, let's see. If you sell an item for too cheap, what will happen is like people will message you, like people will spam you super fast. So that's one thing that you can take into consideration. But let's go to bathhouse. Let's get everything done. Let's summon more zombies. Let's activate the league mechanic and see what we can get also. Let's throw these on this. Let's make this like extra hard. See if we can get something amazing off of it. And he's like just running away. What the heck is this like blue orb? I feel like it's like not supposed to happen. We already had one glitch already. Where like the ascendancy tree was like completely whack. Okay. Ooh, 2 armor scrap. There's a 6 socket.
When I'm ready, and not before.
So we're gonna find the trial. There's the trial. There we go. So what does this one have? Oh, it's the fire one. Fire one actually kind of makes you wait a lot to this one. Alright. I just hit all the levers. I honestly don't know which one's which, and I've still never bothered to really care. And we gotta go this way. Okay. You can start it early. You just gotta pop your health potion. Get a crafting recipe. Nice. Go up here and probably gotta go back, hit that switch. And then that last switch, we'll hit something else. And we'll walk through the fire most of the time. Alright, we're good. We'll go leave. So we solved the trial of ascendancy here. Now we have to leave through the actual exit. Which should be like to the right. So there's lots of things to do in the bathhouse. Okay, so we still have Love is Dead and the Gemling Illusion. Love is Dead is, I feel like, almost one of the worst quests in the game. The reason why I say it's one of the worst quests in the game is because it's very hard to find exactly where to go. I've actually had a few people like ask me about this quest. Like the first time I did it, I legitimately had problems too with it. Oh, is this a hideout? Okay. Oh, that was a luxurious hideout. Okay. I just saw it go in here. I've been playing like PoE all day, so a little tired, but it's okay. I usually like no life this game for a few weeks when they come out with a new expansion pack, because I love this game. It's like legitimately one of my favorite games of all time. There's so much content in this game as well. So now we're at the Lunar's Concourse. We got the waypoint, and we're gonna be going to get the egg. We got a spiral one. Something that's not really worth anything. We're at 60. Finally, we can use this. Woo! Now our absolution is gonna cost more mana, but it's level 19. So what's the requirement for it now? 79 strength. Okay, we're at 100 strength, so we're good now. Let's have to make sure that we have the strength requirement, because that's very important. If we don't get the strength requirement, that's bad. Alright, hold on, let me see. Because I actually was thinking about getting those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's probably not worth it right now. Because you can get a few things that reduce the damage you take from crits. And crits can kill you in this game. There's ones where there's modifiers where it's like enemies have 300% like crit.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Crit strike chance, and then they'll have like some sort of crit multiplier, so it's like they can crit more often for more damage, which is like a double difficulty spike, you know. Welcome back, Riv.
Are you new here?
We got a random hex. What does it say? 59, we're 60. All right, pretty good. Pretty good. We're above it by one level, which is fine. I've been interacting with the league mechanic, and it's worth it for XP for sure. But in terms of worth the items, I still don't even think it's worth doing it for the XP. The reason why is like later in the game, the amount of XP that you gain from the extra time it spends is not worth it. So overall, my verdict on the league mechanic, at least up until Act 8, it's not worth it. I would recommend skipping out on all of it. P.O vids are up. Yes, sir. Well, once YouTube finished renders a bunch of them, they'll all be up very soon. Starting some low on HP right there. Alright, I've got this waypoint. So we're gonna go to the Lunaris temple, and then we're gonna go to the Solaris. Basically, they're the same. It's just one is like blue and one's like red. It's only a real difference, or orange. So we'll get these two eggs and combine them. Yeah, ignite is fine. As long as it's just not freeze. Jeez. The explode plus the freeze is like the double wombo combo that you're just dead. Look at this. That enemy was kind of tanky. How many deaths have we had? Okay, we have 2 deaths. It's the best leveling skill for one-handed shield plus melee. I always like frost blades, just in case like, anyone wanted to know. Sometimes I just answer people's questions just because I know some people want to know, like, for other builds, you know. If they're enjoying the game, or maybe if they're not enjoying the build, they can enjoy it maybe on melee. But I pretty much don't want to play melee. I've played it one league and it's rough, to be honest. The reason why is you have to be up in the front taking like massive amounts of damage in most circumstances. I know, and sometimes some of the boss phases you can't actually hit them if you play melee. Like if you want to play the game on hard mode, melee is definitely the way to play. We're totally fine on mana now. You can probably drop the mana potion and you can get something else. Either survivability or utility. Probably just... I don't really need 4 flasks for movement. I think 3 is usually good enough. Wait, where did Convocation go? Okay, there it is. This stretch is actually pretty long. Like I didn't actually feel like it was this long like several patches ago, but I don't know when they made it like so much bigger, but they definitely did this at some point in the game. Alright, so here we're gonna find this guy, the Harbinger of Lunaris. And they're dead. And they drop the Moon Orb. Now we're gonna take the Moon Orb. There's actually a crafting thing. I'm not gonna care about it though. But now we have the Moon Orb. We're gonna, I guess we should pop that too. Okay, I didn't even notice that till now, but it's okay. It's just for 10 strength, which I actually do need. Like all these little strength nodes, they add up, and it's because we need the requirements for certain things. We're gonna get rid of this. We also got the Reverberation Rod, and it's +2 level of Socket Gems. It's actually okay, and it's supported by a Spell Echo. It's not really worth anything though, but it's like an okay-ish item. It's just the problem is you get it at like 24. If it was like a really lower level one, it's usable though, for sure. I have no use for it, so I'm just gonna go sell
Stay
it.
out of the shadows.
And this one needs to be replaced. We only have 1 out of 8 on this one, so let's
That would just
replace
make life
these.
complicated.
Just so I can keep up with doing the mechanics. Okay. Oh, we have another one right here. I want to move this out of the way. Like I said, I still feel in terms of the mechanic that shouldn't be there. There's a really cool jewel called Replica Conqueror's Vision that just gives you minus mana class as a flat number versus a percent. It's usually better to have the flat number one. Alright, so now we're going to go back to the Toxic Conduits, and we're going to go on the other side. Or we can go from the Lunar's Concourse, and we can cut across. Doesn't really matter which route you take. I'll take this one, though. Now we go to... Is this... Okay, so we go to the bridge. Hopefully we get the waypoint. The bridge waypoint sometimes is just... It's not the easiest to find, I'm going to be honest. $60? $60? Oh, perfect. The yellow pack? Kill them from super far away. It's like, our damage is still incredibly good. Like, I bet if I got those 2 Tessalio signs, those rings, which are excellent rings, by the way, yeah, we'd be melting things even faster. We don't need to, though. Like, it doesn't really matter for the most part, because we'd have to sacrifice some sort of survivability in some way. I think the damage is enough. There's a point where the damage is just like, it's so high it doesn't really matter. Let's go summon. We have more than 1 Spectre. Finally, we can get more than 1 Spectre, but hopefully it won't die one hit. But you can see now we're not really need to summoning our stuff as often anymore. Let's go to Solaris Concourse. We didn't get the waypoint, which kind of sucks, but it's not that big of a deal. It's really easy to find from the other side. Yeah, there's Solaris Concourse. And now we gotta go and find out where to go from here. So we'll get the other orb. We're still not done with this act. There's 2 more quests for skill points. There is Love is Dead, which, like I said, is like one of the worst quests in the game. Because if you don't know what to do, let's also activate the mechanic here if we can. I'm looking for like at least 1 yellow pack. So get the benefit of the thing we just used up, but it doesn't look like something. Alright, dang, Absolution's level 20, I think, right now, right? Dang, it's level 20 plus 5 levels. That's insane. We already have a level 28 gem. Alright, but next we're going to invest into here. And then hopefully we can unspec out of those. But I specifically got a bunch of gear with like mana regen to really help out with that. We have 8 refund points left still. Go level 2. My build looked good. Yeah, it is very good. I mean, it's one of the best builds in the game, easily. Come on, 2-gen. Rog is actually useful too, but for a beginner guide, that's like, is another couple, like, learning the mechanics of Rog. Is it 3 AM for you? Dude, it's 7 AM for me. But, Learning Rog's mechanics honestly would take hours to teach, and I don't even know it fully. I haven't bothered because I don't really care to learn it. But you can craft some insane things with Rog. So you really have to know what the item can roll. Like you have to know, yeah, you have to know so much knowledge to honestly craft with him. But it is useful. I don't know if it's super useful early on, but I know that like it is one of the best things in the game. But you have to know, like, this item can roll these stats if it's this sort of item, and it can't roll. Like, you can, like, learn how to block off things. It's really complicated. I would recommend looking up how to craft with Rog. But even in those videos, like, you're going to spend hours learning everything, which it can be worth it if you want to. And that's the awesome thing with Path of Exile. There's literally so many things that you cannot really find one person that knows everything in the game. Like, some people are just like, I don't know the mechanic, I'm sorry, I don't care about learning it. And that's fine, because they do something else that's really good. Because there's literally too much content in the game. And even the developers, I don't think they know everything. Because there's a lot of times where they'll be in calls with, like, you know, like streamers, and they'll be like, hold on, I have to double check on that, I'll go ask the person that's in charge of that. Because there's, you know, one person that does this, one person that does this. And I actually kind of like that. And now we can go the other way. If I want to go from Slaydra Temple, I can go the opposite direction. From 1. If I want to. It technically doesn't really matter, but... Actually, you know what? From the Toxic Conduits, it might be actually faster at this point. But it doesn't matter. They both end up going to the same, like, areas. Alright, so we gotta exit this way, I believe, right now, right? Go. Oh, that's the Quay. Okay, here we go. Yep. So now we go to the Quay, and we're going to be doing Love is Dead. So how this quest works, and the reason why I know I mentioned it, that's like the third time I mentioned that I really don't like this quest, because you have to look for a boat. Sometimes. And it's like, they have these areas that are so skinny, and if you don't, like, scavenge every single little area, you can miss out on it. So like there's very skinny areas where it can be difficult for beginners to see. I got lucky in this and I got on like the first one. But like I said, there's gonna be these little boats and there's like skinny areas. Usually it's in the opposite direction. So if that's on the left, it's gonna be like far off to the right. Is where we need to go. Pick up all the 6 sockets. Activate the league mechanics, buff something up. Oh, you like the details in this level? It is kind of cool to see like that there are like, you know, the boats and stuff, and there's the water. But this game was made, remember, in 2012. I can't wait to see what they do with Path of Exile 2. Alright, so we have the Ankh, and now we have to go to the resurrection site. Okay, this time we got really lucky. I wonder if they made it easier. But, like, we might have just got really lucky, but it's just, you have to find the Quay, and then you also have to go to the marketplace after it. So if you remember, she basically hides her husband over here. And she chains him up. It's kind of sad. And then you end up killing him because he's like infected. He becomes zombie. To kill Tolman. He melted him. And she's like, oh no. He wasn't hiding the Ankh or whatever. I don't know. Something about that little like thing that we got from going over there. Now we go to the top. You can see what, like this area. I honestly got so lucky, and if it takes you a lot longer, this is the fastest I've ever done it in like the, I don't know, 100+ times that I've done this thing. So here's where the boats are, and again, it's like sometimes there's really skinny things. If you don't see it, you go to the wrong area, and it feels bad. See if we can go across this boat. Sweet. Ouch! Watch, I'm gonna get the marketplace on the first try too. They're gonna be super generous to me this time. Giving me that speedrun world record. Oh, there it is, dude. First try, basically. Like, we didn't get any, like, dead ends. Because a lot of times you can go for so long and then you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know where to go. And you have to check, like, every little skinny thing. So, keep that in mind as well when you're doing this one. We get the waypoint over here. And this is where we're going to be doing the Gemling Legion. Ooh, grab this. It's always worth doing these. What do we have as rewards? Weapons? He'll say some clever things, the guy with the strange voice. I like him. My favorite was Ultimatum. Like, the guy would like mock you every once in a while. I can't wait till that returns. That's apparently returning next league, which I'm excited about. And next league, I'm wondering if they will nerf it. This build has been so god tier for so long. Like, minions in general. I'm really curious to see if they nerf minions next league. Because if not, I might just play it again. I mean, it's so good. For a starter, that is. I actually really like Arc. Because it does these cool chains where it just pops like things super far off screen. But it's just, it's not beginner friendly to start off. Pick up any of the maps that drop too. You definitely want to do that. Alright, let's go throw on this. We have like we have currency. Make these extra strong. Ooh, the ball orb. Ooh, look at all these like things. Later down the line, like we're gonna be going so fast, and we're gonna see showers of loot. It's really exciting. Did we kill everything here? Alright, let's keep on going. The delirium areas will get harder and harder as we go, though. But we want to try to hit 2 on that money. Come on, 2 on that money. Go, 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 go. Oh, there's literally nothing else to kill. I'll go back. I don't think we can get 2. Just not enough stuff to kill. Alright, we're just gonna... We got another medium cluster jewel. Alright, let's see if we get something good off this one. Where is it? So it grants Circling Oblivion. I'll scan it with my little scanner tool. Circling Oblivion. It's probably worth like 1 chaos, yeah. And it's like a maybe one. Like it's not like a. So do the Gemling. Okay, Tarch Marmora for a reward. We got the other one for the reward. And now that we got these 2 eggs, we're gonna go back to the bridge, combine them, and we'll get some other things. Oh, there's rock. Okay. So go to Marmora. Get that one.
Goodbye.
It's a reward. Pop it.
Talamoana.
Sell this to Hargan.
Stay out of the shadows.
Drop this thing off over here. 2 skill points. Bam, bam. We're going to refund these 2. So that's all I got to do to refund skills. So that was what? 9%? And then now we're going to get... We're at 9% as well, but then we're going to get another 6%. So that's even better. So that's 15% reduced cost. And this one we can actually get like another regen life. Get that extra reservation if I want that. I'll get that.
Bye.
But I don't really care about that. I just want the passive. Yeah, there we go. And hopefully, now remember, we did also reduce our maximum mana by, was it 22%? So, yeah, but these I'll keep in because this is also increasing our life. That's great stats. And we're still running Asinus Chant, which this could be replaced. Our rings are like okay enough. This one could be way better though, because literally all it does is grant us life. This one's like, it's got double resistances because it's like a 2 stone ring, but then the extra quality to this, extra mana regen. It's like that one's good enough. This one we can actually replace. And also I'm gonna check my stash right here. And if things don't sell, like this, I put 3 Chaos Orbs on it. Let's see if someone has it for 2. That has, what is it? Field of Fight and Martial Prowess. Let's put 1 Chaos Orb on it so I can get my money now. I'll put 1 Chaos Orb in this and see if this will sell. And yeah, if we can get it, that'd be awesome. Because then at that point we will have 5 Chaos Orbs. Extra little currency. I'm gonna throw all of these in. I'm holding control just to put it in. I have a stash tab that's like for currency, and I also have I have a map one too. Where's maps? Okay. So I need to what's called make it what affinities for maps, and then now it'll just absorb it. I don't even need to pay attention to it. That tab, like these, I can just throw in instantly. We're another heist thing. I guess I didn't do my heist affinity tab, but you can click on like the affinity and it'll just automatically absorb. I think the heist tab, they give it to you for free. But yeah, we're gonna combine these. I also have that one. And let's see what this has on it. Isn't too good. Alright. Let's finish off the act. We did all of the quests, so we are good. So we have to take the solar, the 2 eggs, the sun orb, the moon orb, and combine them. And if we remember right, it should be like pretty close to just down to the right on this one. Like I said, I didn't get the waypoint, unfortunately, for this. The waypoint is like so hard to get for this one. I don't know why. But like, I like never find it. Like if I really wanted to, yeah, I could look for it. It's not that big a deal though. It's so close. There's a contract. Some of the contracts are worth more than others. Like you can actually sell your contracts. People buy them for like 1 chaos. Here it is. We take them both over here. Sky Shrine. Put in both the eggs. And this is one of the coolest looking bosses. Because they like fight each other mid-fight. It's a pretty easy fight though. There's a lot of projectiles, but they don't really hit that hard. Fight the other one. Oh, that one, it's a really easy fight though. The Blood Aqueducts. One pops. Look at that. So fast. Oh, that's just 4 link. Now we're in Act 9, so only 2 more acts, and then we will be at the very, very end of the game. And congratulations if you made it this far, because honestly, a lot of people don't make it that far in Path of Exile. They give up, but like, I promise you, this is one of the best games. It's just, some people don't really like the campaign. I'm actually totally fine with it. I love doing the campaign once every league. Like, if I want to make another character, yeah, I'm going to have to go through all of them again. Which, that I don't like, but I can do one character. And on average, it takes most people about, on their first playthrough, about 6-7 hours. For the playthrough, usually the playthroughs take about 10 hours because like I stop and explain stuff that we're doing. I'm also like, I'm sitting in town sometimes waiting for someone, and every few minutes that you're waiting, it adds up for like an upgrade on an item, like you're trying to trade maybe. Yeah, this league, I think the trade system was totally fine. It's my bad on that. Where I like disabled like the notifications of like party. All right, so now we're at Highgate. All right. And if you remember, it's kind of like the act that we were in before. It was Act 4.
See ya.
But things have definitely been modified quite a bit. And you still see Tsuni over there. And we have also Moral Syndicate. There's a lot of new things that will be happening very soon. But now that we are in Act 9, we got 2 acts left. The rest of the 2 acts are relatively short. But yeah, we did all of the quests from the last league. And we're going to have two more skill points in this one, and then we have another ascendancy to do as well. And both of these acts, I think the next 2 acts, there's like two quests for skill points, and then there's like 1 trial ascendancy, and then we'll be getting extra 30 resistances, which is nice. But we're also going to get a lot more negative resistances as we will be completing more stuff. But good stuff indeed. Anyways, thanks for tuning in for part 8. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a like on your way out, and I'll see you guys on Act 9, part 9. Take care. Peace.